y'all. Watch this.
Welcome to the second episode of the Jersey String Band Podcast. Number 2. We have next to me co-host for some of the podcast, I guess.
Yeah, yet to be determined.
And then we have a special guest, our mother. You want to
Hello.
introduce yourself?
I'm Joann Walton. I'm the Sergeant of Arms, a marshal for the Jersey String Band, and the mother of 3 sons, 7 grandkids. And I have no favorites.
I think there's one favorite.
Well, I could tell you my favorite captain, but
Yeah, but he's not in this band.
He's not in his room.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
but Patrick's my second favorite captain.
Woohoo, number 2.
He's
Where's
not even
Ola?
my second favorite.
Oh, that's sad. Sad.
I don't know who my second favorite would be.
Oh, okay. I figured it'd be your number 1, but that's okay.
Maybe one day.
One day. Maybe number 1 in your heart. That's all.
Maybe. But, yeah, welcome. We have a pretty neat event coming up that we'll talk about a little later on. But right now, we want to get our guest involved. Mom, how did you become involved in the string band?
I took my grandson to Broomall, and a lady named Maz, a wonderful lady who has passed away, said, do you know how to use a hot glue gun? And I said, yeah, I do. Okay, cover all these instruments and everyone's sash. And before I knew it, I was making costumes for Broomall. And then before I knew it, could you get a case of water? Could you do this? And then when Maz passed, Pete asked me to be Sergeant of Arms at Broomall.
And you continue to be that today for us.
Yes.
What was your role into for the Jersey to become Jersey? What kind of role did you play?
I'm a marshal, so I provided snacks and food, made sure the band was always hydrated, and became the mom to 35 to 40 members. That's my role.
Yeah, you're the band mom. Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
No, we need that. Everyone needs a little love, and I see the band members being all of my family. Even though these are my real family, they're also my band family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the good news is when you're tired, you can just go home. With every family, sometimes you need a break.
Or a glass of wine.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes you sleep easier.
Yes.
So.
Some questions that I'm going to ask probably every guest on here, but I have it down to 3. We asked some last week with Eric, but what is your favorite theme that you've been a part of, Broomall or Jersey?
I liked getting dressed up as the bull. That was kind of fun. I had to stop from crying, but no one knew, because I had that big bull head on. And then all my friends, when we got back to National Park, couldn't believe that was me on TV. I had to take off the head to prove. So that was one of my favorites. But just marching down the street was the most unbelievable experience. I feel it every New Year's. You see City Hall and you get the EBGBs.
You remember what year that was? What that was
That would have been 2017 parade. So
the
that was Rodeo
Clowns.
Mm-hmm.
My first year as captain.
Yeah. Favorite mummer suit?
I did like the bear. That was kind of fun. One of our other Charlene Erickson made a nice vest for the bear, the baby year. Actually, I was supposed to be a stork, but I was too fat and couldn't get in the costume. So on New Year's Day, we went out in the street, and a skinny girl who was the bear, we switched costumes out on the street, and I became the bear and she became the stork. So, but the bear was kind of a neat costume I could see out of that. And I like being something that's only me because I am not very coordinated to do what the whole band does. I'm on L when they go out there and perform because I know I can't do that.
just remember, she got changed out on the street on the year that it was basically, 7 degrees?
Yes.
Yeah, about that. So,
70, yeah.
yeah. I mean, it was probably warmer than that, maybe 12 by the time we got to City Hall. But, the 50-mile-per-hour winds.
You weren't feeling
didn't
your
help
fingers. You weren't feeling much of anything.
out. Not for about 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, usually after a concert, your ears are ringing, but after New Year's Day, your fingers feel fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last question there on that one is, what is your favorite parade that we do throughout the year?
I love West Cape May. I love the people, the energy. I like the firefighters. I like seeing the cadets marching for the first time. That's my favorite. Alloway, I love because Jacky BamBam's there, and he really opens up his heart to us, so that's fun. And then we have one of our members' family feeds the whole band, which I really think that is wonderful, because to ask someone who really doesn't know us to feed 40 members is a lot, and she has been doing it for 10 or 11 years now. So
Yeah, and as a way of saying thank you, at the end of this is the Alloway parade. At the end of it, she basically lives right at the end of it.
Yeah, half a block from
About a half block from, yeah. And we just sit there, we'd bring the whole band over, bring Jacky BamBam and his girlfriend over, and we play 4 or 5 songs.
Yeah.
And we strut right in the front yard as the rest of the parade's going by, and people looking at us funny, but we're having a good old time.
Oh, that's the best part. I always love when people look at us funny, because that's the best thing.
Yeah.
Because we're having the best time of our lives, and
yeah.
And
it's fun.
And then you see, the wild man Jacky BamBam doing whatever he does.
Oh.
So,
True Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Just got in
yes,
the Hall
congratulations.
of Fame. Congratulations on that. He is super excited. I've had, I don't know about you, but I've gotten so many texts from him. He's so
I've seen
excited. He deserves that more than anything.
Yeah,
Yes, he does.
I saw the video, and I feel like he does kind of sit back. He doesn't really want the fame, I guess, if you will.
The spotlight.
But the camera panned to him when they said his name, and he was really like, "This is unbelievable." And for those who know Jacky, he's not really lost for words. He's on the radio for a living. That's what he
Yes.
does. So he needs to have his words, correct and skilled. But he was really he was really taken back, and
Yeah.
that was interesting to see someone as, whether you want to call it hyper, I don't know, but
Overly excited at all times.
yes, not bashing him at all. But I'm
No,
just saying
he's
that's-
I
he's
wish
very
I could
energetic.
bottle that energy up and just store it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
could probably power the whole city with that energy. I mean, that.
Yeah, we can
But
power the whole parade.
he goes out of his way to promote and help every organization, every band, whether you're a wench, whether you're a comic, a string band, a fancy brigade, he goes out of his way to make sure he opens a platform up for you that gives us all a platform.
Yeah.
And he's always been by all the mummers' side.
Yeah.
And
And
I know in his story, if you read that article they did of him, people compare him as like someone like a Bob Shannon, and Bob isn't here anymore, but Jacky is, and Jacky's keeping that flame going. And no one will ever replace Bob, but Jacky's doing one heck. No one's gonna ever replace Jacky for what he does.
no,
Jacky,
I mean,
there's no one else in the media
he
that's he's literally one of us
he integrates, mummers in his
in his
in
show.
his 5 hours in his show at
Yes.
10 o'clock.
Yep.
The mummers straight. He'll have rent some random person or someone within the mummers somewhere calling in. I know a couple of our members have done it.
Oh, I've done it multiple times. I know you have too. And
Yeah, well, when I would request a song or something, or like a text or whatever, and I'm at work. I can't answer my phone. This is when I work nights, and
he would call.
he would call me. I'm like, I can't answer the phone. Finally, when I get to it, he's not answering, and we never really connected that way. But yeah, so it's a great way to promote the mummers like he does, and it's not just the string bands.
No,
he
it's
does
everybody.
it for everybody.
Everybody's equal in his eyes. We're all superstars, and he's definitely one of the brightest stars.
And
that
he's
we
been
have.
a part of Uptown
Uptown,
and Golden Slipper.
Golden Crown,
Golden Sunrise, right?
Golden Sunrise. I'm
Golden
sorry,
Sunrise, yeah.
Golden Crown's the fancy brigade.
Yeah. So
So, but well deserved, Jacky.
yes, congratulations again.
Yep.
So as someone who, is behind the scenes, what is something that maybe people might not know that goes on that doesn't really get seen ever and really noticed, that someone like you would have to do?
I'm going to the store and lifting cases of water and planning for all of our trips that we take and making sure everyone's fed. That's all behind the scenes. Making sure the band is hydrated. I look at them, make sure they're okay when we're marching. Our marshal's role is really important. We hold the banner. We keep the band hydrated. We help them with their costumes. Let me tell you, safety pins and do you have Tylenol? And, we do everything for everybody. Band-Aids. I mean, I wear a belly pack just full of stuff that helps our band get through a parade.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're not one that's going to ring your own bell, but you're one of the most important members we have in the band. Like you said, you make 99% of the food that we have when we're on a bus or anything like that. You make the sandwiches yourself. You go to the store, you get the lunch meat, you go buy the rolls, you put everything together. You have everything individually wrapped in bags, separated, ready to go, all the condiments, everything ready to go, passed out, ready to go. You have drinks, you have stuff. And when you're not there, we don't have that. And we miss it a lot. And I'm sure there's someone in every band that does that. But you are like one of the, without what the stuff you do on a Friday night for a Saturday afternoon parade, we can't do the Saturday afternoon parade. And that's stuff that I know I don't take for granted. I mean, we are so lucky to have someone like you to do what you do.
And it's
so it helps out so much.
And it's not uncommon to go over your house and look in the corner and see 4, 5, 6, 7 stacks of soda, water, Gatorade, whatever else it might be, and then boxes of snacks, potato chips, whatever it might be.
But when you're old and 66, you can only lift so many cases at a time. So I go several days in a row and lift what I can lift. And if it comes in the house so it stays cold, it goes outside in the winter so it stays cold. So I want everything perfect for the band.
Well, we do greatly appreciate it. And that's something that like I said, we can't do what, when I first started this with Brumal and stuff, nothing against Brumal, but Maz did a lot of that stuff. But when we lost Maz, we didn't really have anybody else there to do it. And, we would have it for the 4th of July and stuff like that. But there was stuff that, we always had drinks. We always had stuff like that. But it was just, the little stuff that you do, making sure we have snacks. And here, we're getting ready to do a parade. Here's a banana. Eat a banana so you don't cramp up. The little things that no one thinks about that go so far. And there's so many things that you do. And it's not just, like you said, we're all your family. Mm-hmm. So you treat us all the same.
Yeah, you have to take care of everyone. The best time is getting on the bus. I know everyone's safe and sound, and we made people happy, and it's always quiet coming back. So
yeah, because it's either hot or
we're just drained. Because I know I try to leave it all out there. So
what's the longest parade we do?
New Year's.
No, I mean other than that, mile wise, do you know?
Pennsville.
Pennsville is only 1.1 miles. It's not much more than most parades are 1.1 miles. But the problem with Pennsville is there's no cover. There's absolutely no cover and there's no stops. Yeah. So you're just marching. Hamilton, that we're getting ready to do here in a couple weeks, they're the same way. It's a long parade. Plus, it's really our first parade after New Year's, so we haven't really marched. So, after doing nothing since January, realistically, New Year's isn't really a parade because you're not marching that parade. You're just standing around for a lot of it, and you don't do a straight run. So our last parade is basically 4 months earlier in December. So we're a little out of shape for that parade. So that's a long parade for us. The 4th of July is always just long.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
But lengthwise, most of our parades are just under 2 miles.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, and then the only one that we do that's really longer than that is the one that that we do during Christmas time. But we're on a float for that one. That one goes through like 3 towns. So that one, yeah, they put us on a float for that one.
Yeah, that one was.
It's cold. It was just cold this year.
It was cold.
That's the problem. And when it's 20 degrees out, it's a little cold.
And
And unfortunately, you're moving on a float. So
The first year was amazing. It was great.
yeah, it was a little warmer.
A little warmer.
It was foggy. It was one of those foggy nights.
Well, next year I have in my notes, there's going to be blankets, so you guys are going to be warm.
And I'm gonna
And so don't worry. Next year I have it covered.
Yeah. See, and that's another thing. After every parade, she takes notes, writes down how much water. She knows how much water's loaded into the cooler. She knows how much soda, how much food, what we come back with, what we have, what the temperature. She notes everything down. What the temperature was, what the weather was like. If it was windy, if it was cold, and she puts in there and then notes. Oh, we would have been better off with hand warmers. We've been better off with blankets. I never thought of doing anything like that. And she does, and next year parade, because a lot of us do the same parades over and over again every single year. She looks and goes, "Oh, it was really hot that day. We need to pack extra water. We need extra Gatorade because we ran out of the Gatorade halfway through the parade." So that's something that just you don't have.
Yeah.
And that's something that she just came up with
Like,
on her own.
I think you said it. It's someone who thinks of things that no one else does.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's that the people like you are what make us do what we can do.
Well, next year you
Realistically,
guys will
you're
be warm.
more important than what we can't do what we do if we didn't have people like you to do it.
And you need that because, you're doing your thing up there, and musicians are worried about the music and marching and all this, and you need that extra, person to kind of be like, no, we need to be doing this too.
Yeah.
So that brings everything
Full circle.
together. Yeah.
It takes a team. There's no one person that does this.
Yeah.
I couldn't do everything by myself. So.
I do want to kind of address what's on the table here real quick. This right here, over here, is your captain hats for this year.
Yes.
You want to explain a little bit of that, or?
Well, it's the captain. It's the pirate captain.
Pirate captain.
Pirate captain.
I didn't even realize you have like a little palm. You can't really see it, but there's a little palm thing over here, like a purple palm thing.
Yeah, little palm it kind of hides the bottom of the
glue.
The glue and everything. So it looks good.
Over there is my last year's derby hat that I wore last year, and then the big old wrestling WWE belt up front there. I gifted the band on our first march. Has our logo on it. Has each little plaque has
different instrument
and different instruments on there, and it just commemorates. It says January 1st, 2020, and so I thought it was something neat. It's a purple belt.
It's our history. It's our first Philadelphia Mummers Parade. As Jersey String Band.
Yeah, I wanted to do something. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and then one night I'm just scrolling and then I see this company called Undisputed Belts. So like, what's this? So I look into it, and they're fairly priced, but to customize it, they're a little more. So I figured it'd be a nice gift. And people had some photo shoots with it when we came back.
We always have it out for New Year's.
It's always
something out.
It's always for special events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which now brings me to another important event that I think we should have it out for that. So people can
absolutely. See. Yeah, we'll put it out for that. We'll put some of our posters out from our years on the street.
Next Next Wednesday, this is coming out Friday, by the way, so you'll be seeing this.
Yeah. The 28th.
Next Wednesday, January 28th.
Yep.
February 28th.
February, not January. Don't go backwards.
February 28th is our open house. Do you want to explain some of the things that might be happening, or just the whole event itself?
Well, the goal is that we want to invite all our friends and family with other string bands and stuff like that. That we don't get time of year. This is our downtime. All right, so the 28th, we're looking to invite all our friends and family from all the other string bands. Come on out. Just join us for one of our regular rehearsals. This is not a competition time. This is a time just to come out, have fun as a group, enjoy yourselves, and play some music. Also, try to let the community know that we're here. So that's part of it. So we hope everybody comes out. Hopefully it's a good time. We had a great showing last time. Hopefully we can get more, fill that entire room, and we'll be in good shape.
Very nice. Anything on the Marshall side of things?
There'll be water. We're going to get a big tray of cookies. Some of our other marshals are baking things, so there'll be some snacks, some good eating.
Yeah. So that's 7:30, February 28th.
Yes.
Right here at the Woodbury Heights Fire Hall. It's all over our social media.
We'll tag it on this.
And we'll tag it. Yeah, I'll probably put the little over the screen here.
Yeah.
That you'll see. So, all right. Well, fine. One last thing I want to do is called ever do word association. So like you say a word, and then that's the first thing you think of.
Yes, I actually just watched a couple videos on this earlier today.
Okay, there you go. So this is Mummer edition.
Oh, goody.
All right. The first one, and we'll just go down, or you can start. Feathers.
Plumes.
Back pieces.
Okay. Parade.
Mummers.
Mummers. Absolutely mummers.
Confetti.
Chris.
Chris is our
other brother.
Our other brother.
There's three of us.
Yeah, he'll be on eventually whenever he has time to come over.
Yeah.
He's usually in charge of that's his job. He does confetti. So
yeah, never enough confetti.
So what did you say for confetti?
I said never enough.
Never enough. Walk off song.
I love Alabama Jubilee. That's my favorite. And Saints.
Ooh, walk off. Relief.
Strut.
Dance.
Strut is the one thing I think of. Sorry. Strut is just, you got to strut.
And lastly, Jersey String Band.
Family.
Awesome. All right. Short and sweet today. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Mom, for coming on.
Thank you.
We got a good one next time. So,
might beat this a little bit, but
well, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
Not here to beat on our own drum.
No. So, do the likes and the subscribes and the everything you need to do.
Share it.
So we hope you enjoyed the first episode. We're going to hopefully be able to continue this on and on throughout the summer. And then obviously with, as our theme gets, built, we'll kind of slow down a little bit and kind of focus more on that. But
it's going to be fun. I would love to, obviously go through our entire band, get members up here that are willing to come up and do this.
Yeah.
But I'm also open to possibly having some guests.
Me too.
I would definitely like to have some guests, especially our friends and family from other bands.
Yes. Yep.
And other divisions. I'm good with that as well.
Yes. So we're gonna put some feelers out on that one.
Maybe your friends in the north might come down.
The north?
Yeah, we might have to go north of us.
Okay.
Let's see if some of them are willing to come down.
All right.
we might need to travel up north first, but
Yeah,
it's going to have to be a shared service.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
All right,
Sideshow.
sideshow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, sideshow.
All right. More on that at a later date.
Yeah.
But once
Just
again,
wishing.
thank you, Mom, for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex,
And-
for putting this together.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just kind of like a labor of love for me. So I want it to succeed and work and hopefully get our name out. And so now that I'm able to be here,
Yes, working first shift is a lot better than second
Yeah.
shift.
so thanks again. Hope you enjoy. Bye.
Good night.
Bye. Thank you.
Watch this.